Kayla and Carrie are two girl Americans. And Kayla is on the computer checking out some of my Melton's videos when Carrie walks up and Kayla kind of gives her the cold shoulder, deservedly so. And Carrie says, "I'm sorry, Kayla. Didn't mean to snap at you. Especially not in front of everybody at the party there. But I've just heard too much about that handsome bald guy. And you do tend to go on about him." Oh, that's me, Milton. Somewhere in here I got my... I'll see if I can find it. My latest shirtless handsome bald guy card, which I'm told can be made into a poster. But Carrie goes on to say, "I'll make it right. I went to go talk to Jennifer at the party. The one where she behaved like a child at. Went to go talk to Jennifer. And Melton has already completed his August 2018 graphic art photo. Preparation. Oh, excuse me. Every month I turn all the images I design, that's graphic art, into graphic art photos. Some of these, like the Girl American one here, are a little more square. And they're going to have a little bit of a border around them, and exactly 4x6. Background, so that the photo printer doesn't print off any of the handsome bald guy. I'm a little square there too, aren't I? That's a card. I get 2 to a 4x6 print, but it comes as one big 4 to a 4x6 print one. And back to my parable. Carrie goes on to say he's got some new. I added white background colors. As you see, this is a 4x6 print. There's going to be a background of the 4x6 background. And I added a nice light blue one. Oh, it's good enough to do the whole mess with it, huh? Oh, some of you out there who can do that, make sure you get those backgrounds. Be the life of the party, because you got the right background for whoever's asking. I'll leave those backgrounds on, or cut them off like I did with this one. And remember to laminate, and you can put me, you put I want to say paper clip, and I wanted to say safety pin. You can put a safety pin on and wear me, but you can put 2 paper clips right here. A few coins if it's windy, and you've got yourself some company on that desk, on that nightstand, on that tabletop. Kayla's got a few. She doesn't know what happens to them, but I think Carrie throws them out. Right there on their computer. And Carrie puts August 2018, which you can find at daffodilia.blogspot.com, DAFFODILIA. Blogspot, all one word, .blogspot.com. Also Christ Complex 2, number 2, the digit 2. ChristComplex2.wixsite.com/daffodilia. Hit the heart there, you're going to find what I designed yesterday, which was a whole lot of those graphic art photos for the month and the daily as well. Hit the boxes over to the right, they'll take you to a Flickr, they'll take you to a Google Drive with 25,000 now. With 942, it for sure jumped up over 25,000. I'm not exactly sure what, but it's somewhere in the area of 25,000. Oh, girls, come see me. Let me define graphic art with your beauty. And back to Kayla and the one who hates the handsome bald guy, Carrie. Carrie's got her phone. She got it from Jennifer at the party. Got her phone on the computer, and she says, just pick out what you like, and I'll go tomorrow and print them all out for you. How's that? You know, making up for embarrassing her, Kayla, in front of all of her friends there. And Kayla says, you're not going to print them all out? And Carrie says, well, honey, it's 942. And Kayla gives her that look. And she says, why, of course, I'm going to print them all out for you. Well, 15 cents a print, give or take a nickel. Remember to print out those big fives. And yeah, my Trump's phone gate from last month jumped out of that month's graphic art photos. So I had to put it in, you know, this Trump's phone gate, or this phone gate, however you want to call it. Oh, I don't approve of the Russian buffoon guy or that cowardly Hussein they placed in her White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. But I think at some point, you know, the PC crowd, they're caught up in the old, right, we get to go do this election and all that. And at one point they just kind of sit back and they start thinking, that doesn't look good. And it didn't. It's what I say it is. It's politically correct terrorism. When you try to call me, I'll post and repost these files to tell you how to check and post a 591 911 Flight 93 check. Call, that's you calling me with your phone, and make sure it's allowed to work all the time, saying this is 93 check. Folks who can reach me by phone don't talk about 93 checks. They can't. My doctors, they can't talk about my eyes changing. They also can't talk about its genetic carpentry. They also can't talk about 93 checks. Not getting one. They can reach me by phone. I'm not sure if they know how or not. That's a genetic wound right there. Part of the eyes growing anew. Oh, we got to build Jesus' immaculate house, growing a whole new body. Ask and answer Jesus' question, is Barack Hussein Obama a terrorist? And if you're a hardcore PC and you haven't heard a bad thing about Hussein with all that the pretend media has been telling you, as they place the cowardly Hussein in there, fine, go ahead, put Trump's name in there for Jesus' question. That's up to you. But ask and answer it. With a call. And yes, see that phone you're making a video of is every child in America's lifeline to the firemen, police, paramedics, all you cops, all you firemen. Make the video of the police station's phones, of the fire station's phone, firemen, soldiers of the military bases phones across America and beyond. Make that video, whatever you get when you don't get me, post it. Because seeing that as every child in America's lifeline, the firemen, police, paramedics, a lot of cops, a lot of firemen, a lot of soldiers, I think you can understand. If that child's parents' phone is not allowed to work because the parent is one political party or another, let's get two. Or they live in the wrong neighborhood, they're from the wrong business. Can be 1,000 different reasons why their phone won't work. And remember, seconds count in emergencies if they're checking that political party or what church you go to. I think you can guess if their phone's not allowed to work in an emergency. It's going to be just as newsworthy as me asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check for a decade now and not getting one. No certified mail either. Oh, the fives have the address to certify to, current address, 4260 Eagle Rock Boulevard, apartment 409, Los Angeles, California, 90065. All the websites here, you see Daffodilia, Christ Complex links, YouTube.com/DNFD series, they've all got the big fives in their own little folder there. Download, print them out, hand them out to your friends. They come 4 to a 4x6 print, which is 15 cents, give or take a nickel, depending on where you shop. 2 to a 4x6 print, and that's what that is. Yeah, of course, the big one. Get a whole big stack, 1 to a 4x6 print. Hand them out at your party, hand them out at work, hand them out where you go to college, wherever. Tell everyone, check and post and buy it. Now I'm going to do my sugar check. Apparently it takes a whole lot of blood sugar to grow a new body. Now I'm going to show you my eyes. And did I finish up about Carrie and yes, Kayla says you're not going to print them all out. And Carrie sees the look on her face and she says, oh yes, of course, first thing in the morning. And she gives her that look again and says, okay, I'll go out now. And that was a nice drive-through place to drop them off. Maybe hit that fast food place, or well, it's California, the vegetarian drive-through perhaps. And 157. Go back, pick them up, and then of course she knows how to get on Kayla's good side. She's gonna wear that stone cold wig. Well, not over the face, or maybe over the face, but I'm looking a little shaggy. I've been paging a lot, the 4x6 photos, but I'm gonna shave today. Yes, he starts off over by their shirtless, handsome bald guy poster, delivering a nice funny parable perhaps, and then they go from there. Remember, I call you girl Americans girls because I don't think you look like lizards. Far from it. Come see me. Let me define graphic art with your beauty. That's for all attractive blonde and near blonde girls, not just the girl Americans. You gotta have to see me in person because the devil steals your calls. 424-229-4140. Make that video. Whatever you get when you don't get me, post it. I showed you the eyes here, but it's genetics. There's the bigger eyes right here from the Convalescent Hospital from Hell photos. And the others are what's been my eyes most of my life. At times they have even recently lifted up for a little while, up and down, because that's where they're going to end up. I believe the newer eyes are bluer and bigger. All right, which ones? I'm in my wheelchair, manual wheelchair, and they did bring a loaner as they took gold off to work on, check the bolts, make sure they're all in. But it was kind of appropriate for gold because the replacement has gold, a gold base, over the wheels there. Here's brown. This photo's a little dark, but I've shown you in another video. The other photos we can see a little more of the blue here. That was from 2013, and then a little more blue showing up 2014. And this brown circle here that is the outer edge of the brown eye is gone. This part here will be a little white, usually. At times it can be more brown, at times it can be more white. Depending on what's going on for the day. And it can change rather quickly from morning to light. Morning to night. You have to excuse me once while I leave. Brown-eyed DNA and blue-eyed DNA are fighting it out. Now there's the chair. It's old and it's kind of herky-jerky. And it's big, but yeah, it's great. Got it charged in there, and I went across yesterday to get some food. So it's nice that they do that. Now here are the eyes. You can see the smaller brown, or you can see the brown closer to the black there. You can see the missing white part, the brown part around. And yeah, I don't have as many photos as you would think of my eyes because it's right in front of me, right here, as I'm taking a photo, like the phone is, and they don't turn out yet. That's what digital cameras over the years and my phones. Yeah, the same high-tech toys that are hijacking call to me. 424-229-4140. And I believe the same folks, politically correct terrorists who sabotaged gold, taking those bolts. Oh, I found one. I heard it hit the floor. It had been loosened, perhaps. I heard it hit the floor, or I thought I heard it hit the floor. Could have heard something else. I looked down and there's the bolt on the floor. I didn't think anything of it. I looked at the table there, the chairs, looked at gold. I looked all around. I couldn't see anything that was missing. I'd missed the left side, the left wheel, which had both of those little bolts around the big axle bolt missing. And yeah, I figured it out as I was putting my sheets on my bed. As I looked down and saw both of them missing at that time, and then figured it's got to be that bolt. Went and got it, and sure enough it was. But yeah, called them up, and they came out yesterday to, well, I don't need you, to start work on them. Hopefully it won't be much work. It was just a few bolts missing, and I got to check some others, hopefully. Make sure they're not loosening up. Oh yeah, politically correct terrorists, it doesn't matter, guys. If the guys who are hijacking a call to me right now, and you don't know when else your phone won't be allowed to work, but you do know if your phone's not allowed to work because of political, religious, business censorship, personal. It's going to be just as newsworthy as me asking for a 93 check, 9/11 flight 93 check for a decade and not getting one. It doesn't matter if it's a guy in a dirty bedsheet with an unkempt beard and straggly hair. And doesn't matter if it's him hijacking your call, you can't see him. Or if it's some politically correct guy who went to Harvard and was placed in the highest office in the world right after that with that name. It doesn't matter who's politically correct guys hijacking your lifeline or the guy in the bedsheet. That's why I call it politically correct terrorism. A woman in a building with her children, it's on fire, and because he's a one party or another, or one church or another, whoever knows the reason, doesn't really matter. Her phone's not allowed to work. Yeah, she's being terrorized. Make that video, post that video, come see me in person. Remember, seconds count in emergencies, guys. It's not always about complete censorship. If they're taking a few seconds to check your background. Something to think about. Come tell me what Jesus' Immaculate House needs to inspire the future and the present to greatness with. You can call it an opportunity. It's an opportunity for a whole lot of good businessmen worldwide to build a better world. Tear down the Great Wall of Evil has just me and LA and those flowers. In my graphic art, all 25,000 have just me. Because the Great Wall of Evil. How does that happen? Try to call me up to tell me you want to be in my graphic art. 2 girls to let me define graphic art with your beauty. And see the devil stealing your call. A devil with 2 legs and no tail, or, well, you don't know. Might have a tail and horns, you never know. That's how that happens. Tear down the Great Wall of Evil. Let's get started on the 1,000 Points of Light Opportunity House. You can call it that. I just have to tell you, it's Jesus' Immaculate House, because there will be a test at the end. I hear it's pass, it's fail, or it's purgatory.